Hi, this is Tony with Schuber Mitchell Homes. I'm here today to familiarize you with all of the systems in your new home and also to talk about some of the tips and ideas how you can best care for your home. One of the first things that I want to talk about before we get into all the operational systems is to share with you about some of the warranties that come with your home. One of the ones, and again, we will be sending to you digitally all of this information. So your home first comes with a limited warranty of your home, and this absolutely covers your footing, your foundation, the supporting walls, the trusses that hold up your roof. And so that is one warranty, nothing that you have to do. We actually put that warranty in place when you close on your home. The second warranty that I want to talk about is our 2-year builder's warranty. In our industry, 1 year is common, but Schuber Mitchell is anything but common. And so we're going to add an additional year of warranty to your home. And so let's talk a little bit about what that covers. Pretty much everything in your home is covered under that 2-year. There is an exception. The appliances in your home come with a 1-year warranty from the manufacturer. At the end of that year, they're actually going to be in touch with you, and they're going to give you the opportunity to purchase an additional warranty of whatever you would be comfortable with. So just want to make certain you understand that. The next thing I'd like to talk about, and again, keep in mind that all of this information is going to come to you in digital form. So for instance, all of the utilities in your home are currently on, and they're going to stay on, but we do ask that within 24 hours of closing that you reach out and you put all of those utilities into your name, and all of that contact information will be on the forms that we send you. Additionally, if you're in a community that has a mailbox in that community that requires keyed opening and unlocking, then you will pick those up at the post office in your community, and they will be able to register you and then get those keys to you. So those are some things that we want you to know about. I think what I would like to do next is go out into the garage to talk about some of the operational systems of your home. So let's head out there and I'll tell you a little bit more about your home. So one of the first things that I want to talk about here in the garage is the operation of your garage door. Sometimes, if you'll notice, on either side of the garage door, we have these sensors. And those are very important so as not to hurt your pet or your child or whatever. They're auto-reversing. But in some instances, we use the corner of the garage to put our brooms, mops, outside tools, those types of things. If you were to put that handle down in and then you rip this wire off, that would stop the operation of your door. So be aware it is important to watch and not have that happen. The other thing that I want to talk about on the garage door, if you'll notice, I'm going to walk over and show you, when the garage door button is on, obviously it's working. If by chance you have a GFI in your garage and it trips, you'll notice that the light has gone out and your door will not work. You simply come over, reset, once again the light's on and it will operate. There is a chance that in your community you could lose power at some point in time and then your door would not operate. The easy fix for that is to reach up, disengage the door, and then you can lift it manually. So again, just something to keep in mind that could happen in your community. The next thing that I want to point out to you that we do is, again, from the front of your garage to the back of your garage, you have approximately 2.5 to 3 inches of fall. We want that water to always go out of your garage door. So that is done purposefully. Let's go over and take a look at your electric panel. There's a few things that we want you to know about in your home. Depending upon the community that you're in, you may have several or you may have a few of these breakers in your box that are called arc fault breakers. When those breakers trip, you have to turn them all the way off and then back on for them to operate. The other thing that I want to point out to you in your breaker panel, you will see that there are various breakers. They are labeled in here. So if you have a problem in your home and you lose power, I would suggest to you always come to your breaker panel and check and see if perhaps one of your breakers are tripped before you would reach out and get a hold of our service team. Let's move over to your equipment closet. Let's talk a little bit about the systems that are there. While your home might look a little different than what we have in this home, for instance, we have a gas furnace in here. It's possible that you have a high efficiency heat pump, which would not have the gas lines, but there are some things that are the same in each and every home. One of the first things that I want to talk about is the filter in our heating and air conditioning systems. Again, yours could be somewhat different, could be in a different place, but it will look much like this. The important thing is that you check this filter on a regular basis, especially in the first month or two, because your home is new construction, there could be dust and dirt. You want to be checking this filter perhaps every week or two. And then after that, the recommendation of most companies is to change that filter on a monthly basis. I know sometimes I read on the filters that I buy that they suggest 3 months, but here's the thing. Filters are cheap and it gives you great maintenance and it really keeps your system operating efficiently for a long period of time. Guys, we're going to recommend to you that you register your system. If you'll notice, there is a small white ID plate, both on the inside unit and then on your outside unit, it also has an ID plate. And we're going to suggest to you in that first 30 days that you go to Lennox and you register both the serial number and the model number. And what that does is that just provides you with a 5-year parts warranty on your system. And so again, we highly recommend that you do that. The other thing that I want to talk about is you have a water heater. And again, dependent upon the system that you have, this is an electric water heater. Some homes come with a tankless gas water heater. The thing that I want you guys to know is that is going to be set at about somewhere around 120 to 125 degrees. And again, guys, that's all that we can do. If you were to want hotter water, there is the ability to change that temperature. On an electric, there are thermostats, both top and bottom. You could remove those cover plates and you could change that temperature. We cannot. Again, just want to let you know if you do change one of those thermostats, please change both of them. I'm going to move over to this side and talk a little bit about, if you'll notice, and it's going to be somewhere in your equipment closet. Here, that is your whole house water shut off. Again, it's going to be in that area somewhere. That, if you have an emergency with your water, you're going to want to turn it just a quarter turn. There it's in the off position. Now it's back in the on position. Again, if you've got water going everywhere inside your home, rather than have to go to the water meter outside, you can turn that water off in your equipment closet. So again, very important. The other thing that I want to point out that can happen in your air conditioning system sometimes is we have in this particular unit, again, it will look a little bit different, but there's always this little P-trap that's in your heating and air conditioning system. If you'll note, this removes. Again, this is a shut-off valve in case the water backs up. What I suggest to people is they keep either like a zip tie, a soft wire, or perhaps even using water or something that you can pour down there and keep that clean is an important part and could save you a service call on your unit later. So again, we just want to share that with you. Another thing that I'll point out, some people want to ask, and again, somewhere in your home, some this will be in the attic, some will be in the equipment closet, but there is somewhere a transformer for your doorbell that you're going to see. Also, in some homes, you're going to see a plug-in for the fan on your unit. And in some instances, some communities have a switch, some just have it plugged in. So again, just want you to be aware that that does happen in each and every home. So we're going to move from this closet. Something else I want to show you here in the garage before we move into the home is that you have a pull-down stairs in your home. And again, we just open that, pull this down. And then at the top of your stairs, there is a light switch. I'll turn that on. I just want to let you know that in your garage, you're going to have a little bit of flooring up there, and that's so that you can store some things. Again, guys, keep in mind, in the summer, it's going to be hot. In the winter, it's going to be cold, but it is good for some seasonal storage, things that you're not concerned about being in the elements. Let's talk a little bit about your laundry room and some things that you're going to want to be aware of. We strongly encourage you when you move your washer and dryer, look at the connections on your hoses for your washer. Make certain that those washers are present before you reconnect your water line. The other thing that we want to strongly recommend is when you put the drain line down in this washer box, be certain to attach that in a way so that it doesn't come out of the drain and then cause a flood on your floor. The other thing that you're going to look at is the cord that's on the back of your dryer. You'll notice that we supply a 4-pronged plug for you to plug your dryer in. If you have a 3-pronged plug on your dryer, it's a simple fix. Just go to the hardware store, wherever that you might pick those kinds of things up, and you can easily change out that 3-pronged cord for a 4-prong that will fit this plug. The other thing that the manufacturer recommends, you'll notice that we have these inset boxes for your dryer. It actually goes up and vents out the soffit. At least every couple of years, you're going to need to clean that. You can do that one of 2 ways. You can buy one of those brushes at Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever you can do that. Run that up in here, keep it clean. It's my understanding that you could also contract with your HVAC person or whoever you use, and when they come and do that yearly maintenance, they could clean that for you as well. So again, very important. You always want to keep the lint screen on your dryer clean, but you will need to clean that periodically. Let me point out that in this cabinet, and it's true of all of our cabinets, that you do have the ability to adjust these shelves. If you'll notice, there's some little clips on either side, and you just raise or lower those shelves to where it works for you and your home. So let's move in now into the kitchen area, and we'll talk a little bit about our systems in our kitchen. Let's start with the granite. If you have that in your home, it's a hard surface, but it does have microscopic pores that you have to keep sealed. So if you'll notice, I put out a couple of things. There's products that are called granite cleaner, and there's also products that are called granite sealer. This is very much a different product than your polishes and cleaner, and it does seal up those microscopic pores. We're going to suggest to you that while it has been sealed during the manufacturing process, you're going to want to do that at least once or twice a year. Again, it just protects your granite and keeps it cleaner longer. While we're talking about cleaning and conditioning and sealing, if you'll notice your floors, if you have tile in your home, there are grout lines in each and every one of these tiles. So one of the things that Schuber Mitchell has done, there is a product that's in your grout that gives you some temporary protection, but we strongly recommend, again, in that first 30 to 60 days, that you pick up a product. This is just one example. There's lots of manufacturers, different types. This particular product, you just shake it up, you invert the can, and you just spray it on these lines. Again, it's going to help that grout stay cleaner longer and just provide you with a better experience over the life of your home. Let's move over to the sink and let's talk a little bit about our faucets and how those work. So you'll notice, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. We have a pull-down faucet here. Again, this is called a splashless spray that works. There's also a multiple spray item, but again, different things that you can use. The other thing that we're going to recommend with the water on, when you turn that garbage disposal on, you have the water running. Now then, should you experience with your garbage disposal that it gets stuck, we have in each and every home, again, we have what's called a wrench that works, and that's attached here to your garbage disposal, but you're going to look for one of those, and you can actually go on the very bottom of your garbage disposal, and you can break that free. The other thing that you'll find on the bottom of that garbage disposal is there's actually a reset button. So if you leave it running for several minutes and it heats up and turns off, you can just push that reset and it'll start operating again. You'll find on your appliances, they all have a model and serial number. On the microwave, it's located in this position. On the range, you'll find it again, just right here. On your dishwasher, if you'll open the drawer, It's right on this inside lip. And we would recommend that you go ahead, go online, again to Frigidaire, and there'll be a place there that'll say new homeowner warranty registration, and go ahead and take the time to get that done. There are several products designed for wood floor care, and we recommend any one of those. One of the things we want to remind you is not to use any product that has wax in it. The other thing that we want to remind you is if you have a spill on your wood floor, you need to get that cleaned up quickly. Again, use a dry or damp mop. Do not use excessive liquids on your floor, as that can cause damage to your wood floor. If your home comes with a floor plug, you can simply remove this screw and you'll have access. Any place that you have a privacy lock, you will find a key above the door. You can also use a coin, a screwdriver, or anything else that you can rotate and unlock that. In two places in our homes, in this area and then again in the hallway, you're going to find a combination carbon monoxide and smoke detector. As we move into the bedroom, and in each bedroom, you'll notice that there is a smoke detector located there. All of those smoke detectors are hardwired together. And what that means to you is that if one goes off, they'll all go off. To reset that, once the smoke is cleared, you will notice again that there is a button on each and every one. And by depressing that button for 8 to 10 seconds, once the smoke is cleared, you can reset those. Let's move on in. You will notice we have light switches and also a fan switch. To change the speed on the fans, it's by pulling the cords on the side. And there's also a reversing switch if you want to do that. In each and every bedroom, we have the cable connectors there. It is important to note that the providers will make the final connections for those. And so depending upon who you choose, you will tell them where you want TVs, where you want internet, and they'll make the final connections. Let me show you how your windows operate in your home. So you'll want to unlock each one, raise up, and then there are pins located on either side of your window. You just want to pull those pins back, and then you can let that window down. You can also lift up on this one side and set that pane totally aside if you want, and the screens do remove. And then to reverse that, it's just back and lock. Let's move into the master bath. Right inside the master bath, you'll see the light switch. There also is a switch so that you can turn on the exhaust fan. I want to encourage you, anytime that you're showering and you have that steam and heat going on, turn on that exhaust fan so that it pulls all of that outside. Again, I just want to mention to you that there are GFI plugs scattered throughout your home, and if you lose power, you might want to check, make certain that none of those are tripped. Additionally, you will find a fan that's located in the bathroom area of your homes, and again, it goes all the way to the outside of your home. Just want to show you in your bathtubs, in order to close that drain, it's just a turn and it goes down, or you turn and pull up. Underneath the sinks, again, you have valves underneath there to turn off your hot and cold. And I might point out, this is called a P-trap underneath your drain. You might have to remove that. You can do that with a simple turn. Just always make certain that you have something underneath that to catch any water that comes out at that time. Every home comes with a thermostat. Some are basic in design and they go all the way up to and could include an S thermostat. We would recommend that you have the fan in the auto position. And then again, keep in mind, depending upon the season, you have it on heat or cool. Please consult your thermostat and the operation manual to know which one and how it best serves you in your home. I want to point out a couple of things that we have in our faucets. We use Delta faucets exclusively, and they have a built-in hot water limiter. In order to change that, either increase the hot water or decrease the hot water, you can take an Allen wrench, just right here on the bottom of this valve. You can loosen that, remove this knob, and then there is a valve right behind that that shows you, and you can either increase or decrease that hot water. The other thing that I'm going to point out to you is that we also provide with you a device where you can remove the screen from your faucets simply by attaching it, unscrewing it, and then that way you can remove that. If it has the scale in it, you can take it, soak it in vinegar, and then put it back on. As concrete dries, it can and will crack. This is just an example of the natural drying process of concrete, and it is called spider cracking. It is not structural and really isn't cause for concern. On the outside of your home, you're going to find these weep tubes. This is a little plastic tube, and on the back of it is a wick. The design behind these is so that if any moisture goes through the brick, then the wick picks it up and then it brings it to the outside. If you desire, you can cut those even with the brick, but we ask you not to pull them out. We hope that this information has been helpful to you. And on behalf of everyone at Schuber Mitchell, we want to congratulate you on the purchase of your brand new home.